projects, deadlines, so many chapters to study for the exam. How will I study so many? In 1 month I have exam, so many chapters are pending, so many to-do list. I have to complete this assignment, I have to complete that investigatory project, I have to complete that work given by my boss, I have to prepare the PPT. So many tasks to do. I'm so tired. God, can you give me some more time? Is it possible to have more than 24 hours in your day? No. Is it possible to complete all the tasks in these 24 hours? Probably not. But if we learn to manage our time, this probability can be increased every day. Want to know how to increase this probability? This video is exactly for you.
इंस्पायर्ड जीवन की दुनिया में आपका स्वागत है मेरे दोस्त.
Namaste, you are listening to Shakti Savarn, a proud teacher and a budding entrepreneur. And this video, this topic, take charge of your time or time management. One of my students asked me, sir, can you make a video on this topic? And then when I sat for preparation, I was like, do I really manage my time very nicely? And then I got the answer, no. I need to learn. I need to practice first before I tell it to my students. And that's how I started looking for some content. I watched 10-15 videos on time management. I was not very much convinced. I looked for some summaries of on some books of time management. I was still not confused. Then I found a course by Ankur Warikoo, Take Charge of Your Time. And after that 90 minutes of the course, I was like, yes, this is what I wanted. And that's how I completed the course today, and that's how I decided I'll make a video. And then after the course, he has given a 10-day exercise. I will be participating in that exercise for 10 days, and then I'll be sharing the experiences with you all. First, let's get into what did I learn in that video, in that course. The number one thing which he talks about is time is an allocation. Everyone in this world has 24 hours. Some manages it very well, the others just waste it. They don't know where is their time going. They keep on scrolling and half of the day is gone. Keep sleeping, half of the day is gone. But some people, they do so much in this 24 hours that we are amazed. How? Because time is an allocation. We allocate our activities according to these 24 hours. But if this allocation is not according to the principle, then we are not very much confident if we are managing our times well. So that is why a principle which says how to allocate your time. It's given by Stephen Covey, who is the author of 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. He says, allocate your time, whatever activities you are doing, divide it in criteria of urgent and important. If that is urgent or not, important or not. Now you have 4 quadrants. Now if you have some work which is not urgent and not important as well, please don't do it. If you have some work which is urgent but not that important, then delegate it. Delegate means either you can postpone it for some time, or if someone else can do it for you, transfer it to them. And if you have some work which is not urgent but very important, then you must schedule that work. It must be done throughout any time in the day. And if you have something which is urgent as well as important, do it now. That is what the criteria is. Let's take an example. The number one example, not urgent and not important, that could be watching movies, watching a series on Netflix, Amazon Prime, and all those things. That's not important and not urgent as well. And my dear friend, this urgent and important classification is according to you, not according to me. It's completely your decision. If that's important for you, you want to learn cinematography, you want to learn how to make movies, obviously that is very, very much important for you to watch movies. But if only for entertainment, not a right choice. Then the second thing, something which is urgent but not very important. Talking to your friends and gossiping for hours and hours together. That is urgent because they are your friends. They have called you. If you don't talk to them, they will feel bad. Is it important? No, right? But at the same time, if you are discussing something very productive, which you are something you are learning from that, then obviously it becomes important as well. But gossips doesn't teach us anything. So that's why the second thing. Third quadrant, that is, it's not urgent, but it is important. You're reading, exercising, playing outside, playing some games so that your physique improves. This is not urgent. If you don't do it, you will not feel something uneasy. But yes, it is important for your growth. Then the fourth quadrant, urgent and important, if you have some medical emergency. That's a very severe example. If you are an employee and you have to go to a meeting, it's urgent as well as it is important. If you are a student, your examinations, it is important and it is urgent. So you have to do it now. So these are four classifications of time as an allocation. But if we do all our activities on the basis of these four things and follow the instructions, doesn't it seem like we become like robots? That is why it is very much important that we spend time in all the four quadrants, right? Even the not important and not urgent, we have to spend. Sometimes we need to go and scroll Instagram. So that is kind of, we are human beings. We tend to waste some time. So that is important. But allocation is very much important. Now research says, if we feel that we are in control of our time, we get energy out of that. We feel confident. We try to do more things the very next day. That is why the second concept, time is an energy. What do I mean by that? If you have some work right now and you say that I don't have time to do this work, you're not saying that you don't have time. You are saying, to do this work, I don't have energy enough right now. That is what you say. We'll understand with an example. Suppose you sat today evening and planned tomorrow with all the four, taking in mind all the four quadrants. You planned it very, very effectively. You planned all the important activities to be done, all the urgent activities. You planned with perfect principles. And today night, you went to a party, you had enough, you ate enough, you danced and enjoyed enough, you are tired, you came home late, you slept late, and the next morning, you are tired still. Your energy is not good enough. Will you be able to finish all these scheduled tasks? No. That is why energy is so very much important. And that is why, to manage your time well, you have to synchronize your energy and time. What do I mean by synchronizing? I'll give my example that you can make it for yourself as well. When in the morning, when I have taken bath, I've had breakfast, my energy is the maximum. Now, if I start scrolling during that maximum energy time, I'm not using my time well. I'm not allocating my time well according to my energies, because that scrolling I can do when my energy is low. After lunch, my energy is quite very low. After lunch, I can do that scrolling. But if I do that the very first thing, I am not focusing on the things which are important to me. That is what it means to synchronize. And when we are able to synchronize our energy and our time, that is when our management proficiency increases. But why is that important? Why is allocation and energy important? Because time is money, the third concept. Now here, money means the time has got some value, and most often it is one of the most underrated things. We do not understand the time has value. We listen to quotes that once time is gone, it's gone forever, but we do not understand it completely. Let's suppose if you want to understand what's the value of your time, we will try to take example using money, because we understand money better. Let's suppose if you are an employed person and your salary is rupees 30,000 per month. I'm just taking an example. If you are a student, you take how much do you aim for. If you are aiming for 1 lakh, 2 lakh rupees, you take that into consideration. So let's take, for example, easier calculation, 30,000 is your income per month. and you're working for 25 days a month, which is maximum, but let's take it, and you're working for 8 hours every day, which is bare minimum. So 30,000 divided by 25 times 8, and that gives you 150 rupees per day. That means per hour. That means the value of 1 hour for you is 150 rupees. If you are wasting your time anywhere, you are not only wasting your time, you are wasting 150 rupees of yours. Let's take one more example to understand this. If you are taking a Netflix subscription of 500 rupees per month, how much are you spending on Netflix per month? You will say, what's that question? This is an example by Ankur Wariko in the course. So I'm just taking that exact copy paste. You might say, only 500. What's this stupid question? But I say you are spending more than 8,000 rupees. I'll give you an example. If your value of time is 150 rupees and every day you are spending 1 hour on Netflix for the next 30 days, 30 times 10. 1 hour times 30, it becomes 30 hours. So 30 times 150, that is 4,500 rupees. Plus this 500, so almost 5,000. And I am very much sure you don't watch Netflix only for 1 hour. If you sat and started watching, you extend it to 2 to 3 hours. So 5,000 is the bare minimum. That is why I told 8,000 plus. But you may ask me now, when I was watching Netflix, that was beyond my working hours. My dear friends, we must understand, if you are not working on increasing the value of your time, the value is decreasing. If you are not working on increasing the value of your time, your value of time is decreasing. And that is why I took that example. To manage your time well, you have to synchronize your energy and the allocated time by giving it some value. I hope this is clear. Now, after this powerful learning, the exercise comes. The exercise, 10-day exercise, says that for the next 10 days, you have to allocate each and every hour of your day. You have to write what have you done and then place it in one of the quadrants. At the end of the day, find out what percentage of time have you spent in the quadrants, in the 4 quadrants. And you have to ask a question, were you happy spending this day? If not, that allocation of time must be changed. If you are happy, then that quadrant, that allocation of time is giving you energy, and that will help you in increasing the value of your time. I will be following this exercise for the next 10 days and I will be recording it, how much percentage I got and how did I feel, my experiences, my learnings of that day. So stay tuned for the next part of the video. It's very much interesting and I am very, very, very much fired up because there are some more things coming out in the next part of the video. It's the day 1 out of 10-day exercise which Ankur gave after the finish of the course, and it was super amazing. I was very happy after a beautifully productive day after so long. I was waiting for this day, and because of the responsibility to track my day, I was able to track complete day, and today I was almost 70 to 80% in control. As you can see the quadrants, it's 22% in the projects which were urgent but not important, and 43% of the task went on to the things that are important but not urgent, and a total of 60% important. But I feel I could reach up to 75%. That's not a target which I'm giving, but I feel I will be much more happier there. That's my gut feeling. Let's see what result comes after this 10 days. But the most important thing is 18% is non-important and non-urgent, and that is to be reduced because that is not an option which I have, because my dreams are bigger than this scrolling on social media. It's 14th Jan 2022 and it's day 2 of 10-day exercise. I'm super powerful even today. It was an amazing day. Slight improvements. I'll share the quadrants with you. But before that, I experienced one learning. Ankur says an example. If somebody deposits an amount of 86,400 rupees in your bank account, and you start investing, and somebody did a fraud of 2,000 rupees, will you spend your whole day regretting about those 2,000 rupees and not enjoying the other remaining ones? No, right? Then why do you do with your time? Why do we do with this with our time? We all have 86,400 seconds every day, and if somehow we spend or we wasted 2,000 seconds, why do we waste all the remaining time regretting about that? I encountered such a thing. I almost wasted 2 hours, and I don't know how. That's why I told it's not easy. But after that, I started regretting, and the way I came back after this thought was so much rejuvenating. I am very happy. So today's quadrant looked something like this. 39% of my time went in the important tasks and which are not urgent, and a total of 67% of the time went on in the important tasks. Again, the target which I'm feeling I can reach it to 75. It's still, but I can reach there. I'm very confident. And 11% of the time went in not important and not urgent, and I'm very much happy. I reduced it, and I'm super proud of that. Super proud again, and excited for day 3. It's 15th January, day 3 of 10-day exercise. And I am super happy once again with today's result, because I realized in these 3 days, I was able to do so many things. I was able to script so many videos, record so many short videos, short motivational videos, read so many stories, learn so many things. I was waiting to start learning Excel. And in these 3 days, I started learning Excel. I learned a lot of things. I'm super proud. I was learning video editing, and I learned bits and part of that. I learned to use some more softwares, and I'm super happy. I am able to do so many things in these 3 days that I was not able to do in past 3 weeks. Oh my goodness. My energy is higher throughout the day. Every time I'm feeling, yes, I have to improve this quadrant. I have a goal in my mind every day. I'm realizing what it means to take one step at a time. I'm super confident. And my dear friends, if you start managing your time, this feeling, this energy can come to you as well. I'm very thrilled to share these experiences with you all. It's day 3, and I'm not sure what will happen when the day 10 comes. I am super powerful. I'm using this super word again and again, but forgive me to that, bear with me. But I'm super excited. Let's share the quadrant today. And I'm very happy because, again, in today's day, there was a patch of 1 to 2 hours where I felt uneasy about this. I was not able to concentrate, but yes, I came back stronger, probably because of this process. And the results were, again, it was a very similar result to day 2, 67% important task. And again, 11% I was in not important and not urgent. And that's 11%. Today it wasn't interesting. I generally don't waste time on sleeping, because I generally take an 15 to half an hour nap in the afternoon. But today I slept for 1 hour. So that was not considered. That was not important. And not urgent as well. So much time went into that, I must say that. And yeah, it was not the best day, but yes, I enjoyed it. And I realized there could be a commitment. Why not for the next 7 days do a kind of reducing the social media, right? I'll be only posting my content, no consumption. Very little consumption. Let's see how much I can achieve. I'm not forcing again myself, just the process. I am enjoying this already. It is day 4 of 10-day exercise which I'm on. It is Sunday, and the day was full of video making. I made a lot of videos. Generally Sunday is my video making day. I make videos for the whole week on Sunday, and on the weekdays I post them, and that's how it works until and unless I have a very powerful idea in my mind which can be delivered on weekdays. I make videos in emergency on weekdays. Emergency means to say emergency ideas come, some powerful ideas came in, some powerful lines which I read, so that happens. And I recorded some very beautiful and powerful stories this week, and I hope you will have lots of fun learning them on this channel. And today, let's check the report of how was the day. 0% of my time went on the things which are urgent, but they are not important. And 93% of my total time went on the things which are important. Out of them, 39% was urgent and 54% was not urgent. That is all script writing, learning about the videos, making videos and everything, practicing. Those has maximum segment of that. But I really enjoyed the day. Not very happy with my performance because I could have exceeded some more time. The overall time which I was awake could have been increased, but I'm super happy. I'm super excited because excitement doesn't need anything else. The only power we have is how excited we are for the present and where we are going. It's day 5 of the 10-day exercise, and I'm super happy once again. You might be tired throughout this video, listening to super happy, but I am. It is all coming from inside. Now, let's get into the report of the day. It was 0% on the urgent things which are urgent but not important, but 22% of the time went on not urgent and not important. That was a downfall in today's timings and schedule, but 57% of the time went on to the things which are urgent and important. It was all regarding the job and all those things which are available there, and 21% of the time went on to the things which are not urgent but important, where my heart lies, these 21%, because these things I really enjoy doing and I really prefer to do these things. So 78% of the time went on to important work. But the major learning happened in those 22% today. Although those work were not important, not urgent, but there came the major learning. What happens is, in our day-to-day life, it is certain that we will get distracted. If we are on a run, even then we sometimes get distracted. But what I observed and realized is, because I have started to gain confidence that I have the command on my time, the things which give me energy suddenly click to my mind. I'll give you example. For today around 4 to 6 p.m. I was not very in a good zone to work, and those time went on scrolling and doing some random stuff which was not important and not urgent. During that patch, most of the time, which happened in past, I do not realize how do I get out of that. But since my confidence has increased, I got the ideas. I know that if I am going through a lean patch and if I get up, I start jumping, I start shouting. There's one of my beautiful celebrations which I do enjoy, which you might relate to WWE. I do it like this. Woo! And this gives me real power. This was just a demonstration. When you see me doing it in real, when you are beside me, you will get scared. But that gives me power, and that can be anything for you. Just sitting and watching nature, just keeping everything up, closing your eyes for a while, just taking deep breaths, just smiling. These can be anything for you. But what happens? We know what gives us energy, but when we are not confident, these things doesn't come to our mind, and that is what I realized today, and that made me so very much proud. It's day 6 of 30. Let's directly get into the report. It was 76% of the time on important task and 18% on not important and not urgent task, which was slightly less than yesterday, which was 22%. But yeah, I'm very happy that I am able to control things, and because I am able to manage time these days from the past 5 days and today is sixth day, I was able to do things which I always love to do, which are important for me, but certainly because of some or the other reason I used to miss out. Today I reflected on myself, self-reflection. I love this a lot, finding small mistakes from what I do on everyday basis and trying to improve. To find mistakes, not to criticize myself, not to compare myself, but to make better out of myself, take better out of myself. And what I found these days, I have been doing a mistake consistently in my classes. I have started to compare students, leave about students, compare sections, not only in front of them, but even while preparing for the class. And that is such a harsh situation for a teacher. Because I believe you might be a different teacher, your views might be different, but I believe these comparisons do not reflect on the behavior of the children instantly. These reflect on a longer duration. And that is very, very dangerous, because I have observed this on myself. I'm not so old to observe it for a long time. But by the time I was in college, I started observing this because I was doing teaching course and comparison was a topic which was taught always. Do not compare children. I started observing, what if I compare myself? That has a disastrous effect. And what if the teacher whom the students respect, the teacher starts to compare people, compare students, I mean. And that self-reflection gave me so much power that I'm grateful that I started this time management journey. Thank you to my student who gave me this topic. Thank you so much for all of you who gave me the excitement, the responsibility to continue this journey. And that's how I went to self-reflection. One more thing I learned today is about procrastination. This is one of the most importantly talked about topic. And I realized I keep learning about this because I have to better myself, and procrastination is such a big problem. So when I was reading, and mostly I listen more than read, so when I was listening about this, I realized a very beautiful thing, that procrastination is not at all related to time management. It is related to emotional management. What did I just say? I cannot explain everything in this video. This requires a complete different video. I will be making a video, and again, with my experiences applying this in my life. That video will obviously come in some time because I have not planned yet how to apply this in my life. But yes, I learned this and I'm super energized with these self-reflection and the procrastination and overall this journey. Thank you. Day 7 of this 10-day exercise, and today you can see the filter. It's looking like slightly blackish color. I have kept this for a reason, because I did not had the greatest fun in the day. The chart will show you why. You can see I spent 72% of the time on important and urgent tasks, and 0% time I was able to give to the tasks which are not important but I enjoy and they are important for my growth. 17% of the time went on not important and not urgent. And that made this day not so very amazing day for my growth. And I was tired very early. I realized when I do not spend time on these important tasks, I am not energized. That synchronization. And when I got the realization that in this 10 days, I'm experiencing almost all the extremes. I experienced extreme distractive situations where my confidence came into rescue. I experienced today extreme work from a job that I was not able to give time on the important task of my life. And I was super happy. I realized I'm excited because of two realizations today. I was almost dead tired after the day, but when I sat to make the video, I became super happy. Why? because of these two realizations. Number one, as it is said, right, when you start working, get focused on one particular thing, everything which is there, they come in your rescue. And I'm experiencing it in these short span of 10 days. I'm experiencing everything so that I can learn and apply that in my life. The second thing is the disadvantage of multitasking. We often go for multitasking, and if the thing is urgent and important and you are multitasking with something which is important, that is a very bad combination. What happened? Today's work was around 3 to 4 hours work. I could have finished with that in 3 to 4 hours, but I planned that it is 3 to 4 hours continuously sitting and doing and typing. It will drain out my energy. So why not do something which is important, which gives me energy? Do both things at the same time. And the disadvantage was pathetic. It took me 4 to 5 hours. It was 3 to 4 hours work. It took me 4 to 5 hours. I was not able to complete it. Rather, I did not enjoy the important task, that is listening to podcast in my audiobooks, and the task was not completed. And that is the disadvantage of multitasking. And when I realized that, I was so powerful again, because I am learning. And I am very much grateful that I am on this journey because of all of you, and because God has designed this path for me. It's the day 8. I'm almost at the end of these tracking sessions, and I'm super happy to complete these exercises. What's the learning for the day? I realized a very important technique which is called Pomodoro technique, which is scientifically researched. It is a good way to manage your time efficiently, means make your time more and more efficient. What does that mean? It's very simple. Work for 25 minutes, take 5 minutes break, and repeat this process. After 4 Pomodoros, one 25-minute session is called Pomodoro. After 3 to 4 Pomodoros, take a 15 to 20 minutes gap. That depends on your time. But 25, 5, 25, 5, this is the sequence which we have to follow. And I was using this Pomodoro technique from around 1 year. But today, I realized the importance of this 5 minutes break. In these 5 minutes break, we need to do something which energizes us back, which freshens us. If we start scrolling social media for this 5 minutes and start playing mobile games, and generally mobile games doesn't end after 5 minutes, and the scrolling can never stop after 5 minutes. That is one of the reasons why we do not. But there's the other reason. Those things just give us dopamine shot. They do not energize us. What can we do? What I started doing and saw the immediate result in around 2 to 3 hours, 5-minute break, just either take deep breaths or meditate. I generally follow one very good technique for meditation. I listen to the sound of silence. I have earbuds which looks like something like this, which blocks the unwanted airs, and then I listen to the sound of silence. I am just learning this. Okay. So this meditation in those 5 minutes or deep breathing, what it does, first, meditation is always powerful. The deep breathing gives more oxygen to your brain, and your brain functions super fantastic. And after this 5-minute break, I do not feel like I have worked continuously for the 25 minutes I was sitting or something like that. And I was able to manage 2 to 3 hours straight. Work, break, meditate. Work, break, meditate. Super powerful. And that is my greatest takeaway from day 8. There was some distraction time as well, but that is very natural, and I'm super happy to realize that that is required for my body. Around 7 to 10% of the time should go on that. Let's get into how my time looked like today. The track, it was 50% of my time went in the urgent and important task, and 22% I was able to manage. Yesterday I wasn't able to find time for my important task, but yes, today it was 22% and 11%. I reduced the time there. I'm super happy with that. And that's what the report, around 72% on important task, and I was able to reduce it to 11% from yesterday. It was, I guess, 19%. And today I decided, I learned the importance of tracking things. And that's how I planned that why not track my, along with the time, why not track my food habits? Why not track my app usage? That will be like a slap on your, for most of us. Even for me, which app am I using for the most time? And that will give us everything why we are not progressing. And then take track of your money, take track of how your finances are growing, all the investments we have made, and all these things must be tracked. But because when we are tracking, everything is clear. That's my day 8. It's day 9. And the most important thing which I learned today is the importance of doing one thing at a time. On day 7, I discussed what are the disadvantages of multitasking. Now, what I did, I got an idea today morning that what if today also I had the same amount of work as the day 7 from that is urgent and important from my job. So I decided why not to track how much time today I take if I single focused work on that task. And I did the same, and it did not take a single minute more than 3 hours. It was finished in less than 3 hours. And I was like, wow, what did I observe? And then I was able to give time to my important task as well. The amount of task was exactly the same. The amount of work was exactly the same. 5 hours and 3 hours. The importance of single-minded focused work. Do not multitask. And I am never going to multitask any day of my life. That I have understood. Multitasking, it literally means when I commit to that, it means that if there are two things which are important, they will not be together. Let's suppose if I'm listening to a podcast, I can do some household chores. Those are because household chores, they are normal tasks. They are not urgent, not important. So I can concentrate here. Those will be ironing things and those can be done very easily. I'm not talking about that. If there is an urgent task, it will not be multitasked with an important, I'm sorry. That was the most powerful learning. And you can see that report as well today. Today it was 65%. On that particular day, I took almost 72% of the time. And because I was single focused, because on that day I was multitasking on day 7, I was distracted more. I got tired, and when we get tired, we just directly jump to distractions, and that is why I spent around 17% of that day on not important and not urgent work. But today, we can see it 6% and 23% of the time went on important and less urgent tasks, and that is what was the learning. Single-minded focus, one task at a time. Even the distractions will reduce automatically because important tasks give us energy. And the tasks which give us fatigue, if we are feeling fatigued, obviously we'll get distracted. Super powerful learning. That was day 9. It's the finale. And it was, as a finale should be, it was the best possible day for me and for my energy. Let's get into the track directly. It was 95% important tasks today, and out of that, 53% went on to the important task. It was really, really very, very amazing. And where nobody forced me to do those work, 53% of the work, and 0% on the things which are important but not important, and only 5% are not important and not urgent. Now, the greatest thing which I wrapped in those 53% of the time was I learned the importance of visualization, visualizing our life, creating our life. And that is a very beautiful concept, and I learned myself, and I found the next thing to track, the next habit to develop in me after I am on the journey of mastering my time already. And the next thing which will be tracked is visualizing journey of mine, and it will be a 21-day journey which starts on January 23rd, which is today, where I'm recording these videos. And after 21 days, the results will be shared with you for visualization, the importance of visualization, it will be a learning plus personal experience video. Once again, let's build habits. And the greatest thing which I learned in this 10-day journey is, if you don't have a goal, that will not harm you much. But if you don't have the right set of habits, if we don't have the right set of habits, there is a serious problem. Now, there is a very good example always given why we should have a goal post in our lives. That what if we have a football match where there is no goals? The people are running around kicking the ball from here to there. That becomes a laughing stock, not a football match. Similarly, in our life, we must have a goal which we are targeting. But what habits does is, that habit will make us in such a way that if there is a goal or not, we will be running in that direction, we will be working in that direction, and we will be shooting in that limited area of goalpost. That is the power of habit. It creates the goal for us, and that is my greatest takeaway from this 10-day journey. I hope you enjoyed these learnings from 10 days and the first segment where I shared all the learnings and all the knowledge about time. I am super excited to end this video. And what's for you? What you have to do? Number one thing, please take a track of your time. I have given the link of the Excel sheet in the description below, and that is not prepared by me. All the rights and all the copyrights of that Excel sheet goes to Ankur Wariko. I'm not intending any copyright infringement. So you can use that Excel sheet for tracking your time, and that is very much important, because tracking your time will give you an idea what is important and urgent for you, where your energy is going, and when you understand that, you start growing in your life. What I have learned from this tracking sessions are, my body needs 7 to 10% of time which is to be invested in doing nothing. Some random stuff, not urgent, not important. That is important for my body and my energy. And more than 20 to 25% of my time must go on the things which are important and they are not urgent. And a total of 75% of the time must go on things which are important. And this is not, I'm not forcing on myself. This I have realized as a 10-day journey. And now I will be scheduling it every day. And I have taken a commitment that I will be doing this. I want to make this as an effortless consistency. I want to take charge of my time effortlessly. And that is why I will extend this tracking period to 1 more month. Now for the whole month, I'm not using the Excel sheet, but for the first 20 days of the month, I will be using a Pomodoro app, which you discuss Pomodoro technique, a Pomodoro app which I use. This is called Productivity Challenge Timer. I will be tracking my time over there, and the last 10 days, it will again be the Excel sheet, and 1 month report will be submitted to you. I feel super proud, and I would like to thank all of you for being in this video, learning till here and applying this in your life. And the biggest thank goes to Ankur Wariko for designing the course in such a way that gave me the energy. I feel this is the turning point of my life, and that is why I have a commitment that for the next 1 year, we will be tracking one habit every month and changing and applying that in our life and changing for the good. That is why I say, let's track our success with Inspired Jeevan. Because if you are not tracking your life, somebody else will track for you, and most of the times, it is not a very good feeling when somebody else takes care of your time. Be inspired, and let's inspire lives, my friends, because everyone is an inspiration. Keep smiling. Namaste. Shabba khair. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you in the next video.